What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
It's another beautiful day here in the Tucker and the Beard studio.
The cave.
The cave, as we call it.
Occasionally call it.
Our subterranean headquarters.
It is. We had a little meeting here the other
underneath
day.
Beautiful downtown Prescott.
Yeah, we had a meeting. Somebody was like, dang, that's pretty sweet.
Bringing it into the Bat Cave.
We need like a red phone.
So we're going to dive into some more. Now that we've had a week with it, we're going to dive into some Disney Plus stuff.
It was brand new last week during that episode, and so we're going to kind of...
It was only hours old, and now it's weeks. It's a week old, and we've had some time to work out the bugs and spend some time with the content.
It's been a lot of time.
And see what's going on. So, but before we do that...
Yeah. Is this when we're going to do it?
Appreciation must be given.
Yes. We need to break the wall a little bit.
So as I was uploading last week's episode, I started jumping into some of the fascinating analytics that come with our podcast setup here, and was kind of humbled. Taken aback with appreciation.
Yeah, you were telling me about it. I was like, no, but seriously.
Yeah, we officially
stop lying to me.
we officially have listeners in 4 different countries: the United States, Canada, the Philippines, and the United Kingdom.
Wow.
And 15 different U.S. states. So, what started off, are we are we titans of the podcast world? No.
Yes.
Not yet.
I think we are.
But we are just deeply humbled and appreciate so much.
Yeah, that's insane. That's
everyone who's spreading the word and helping us get out there. Some of our higher listenerships are in like Nebraska.
Okay. What's up, Nebraska?
Michigan. Obviously our home state is our heaviest distribution. But we've got listeners in Oregon, Idaho, Nevada, California, Arizona, Texas. Did I say Colorado? Because I'm going to say it again. Nebraska, Alabama, Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, New York, and Pennsylvania.
Holy cow, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then Alberta, Canada, and the Philippines, and the UK.
That's crazy.
So thank you guys so much for
that's awesome.
For helping us spread the word. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Again, one of the biggest things you guys could do for us right now is to go to the iTunes podcast store and rate and review the podcast. It helps other people see it. I'm working on some of the back end stuff to make sure that it's easier to find for people who are searching, but the biggest thing is reviews and ratings on that podcast store. So if y'all could do that, that would be a tremendous help. And then again, on our YouTube and Facebook side, like, share, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, all of that. We really do appreciate it. It's super awesome. Especially, as we're expanding our overall brand to encompass our real estate business.
Segue. Yes. We got big things that we've been continuously working on.
Yeah.
Which we're really excited about.
We shot our first commercial.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of weeks. And if y'all don't mind too much, we're actually going to premiere it a day before it goes out to the general public.
Yeah, just for you guys.
It's going to be, I'm going to put it in right here.
Who are we? We're Tucker and the Beard, your homegrown realtors that get real results. The name may sound silly, but we were raised here in the Prescott area, and we take serving our clients and our community very seriously.
When we started in this business, we realized almost instantly that areas of this industry were fundamentally broken and things needed to change. Too many agents acting like used car salesmen, doing or saying anything just to get in the door, only to hit you over the head with a hard close when they get there. Too many agents charging you 6% and only giving you $1.25 worth of service. In short, too many agents making the sale or purchase of your home about them.
But this business isn't about us. It's about the service. It's about trust. It's about community. But most importantly, it's about you. See, we're not in the telemarketing business. We're not in the harassment business. We're in the community building business.
As longtime top producing agents, we know what it takes to find you your new home or to get your home seen and sold. Just one way we do this is by utilizing the online community that we've built organically. No fake followers or overseas click farms that only deceive you into thinking your home is being seen by potential buyers, when in reality, all you're getting is a bunch of faceless names behind a screen.
We know that buying or selling a home can be stressful and frustrating, and we're here to help. When you work with Tucker and the Beard, it's not a transaction, it's a relationship. So when you think Prescott area real estate, think Tucker and the Beard. The difference is black and white.
And you guys can just let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty proud of it. You know, we filmed it and edited it and all of that stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
So pretty proud of how it turned out.
Yeah. Let us know. Yeah, because we're...
And if you know anyone who's looking to buy or sell some real estate here in the Prescott area, we'd really appreciate your recommendation and sending them our way.
Yeah. That'd be great.
All right.
Now past that.
Let's get into it.
I was going to say, let's get dangerous.
Let's get dangerous.
Darkwing Duck.
Boom.
Which is on Disney Plus. That was the 6 degrees of Tucker and the Beard of what we're talking about.
All right.
You're welcome.
Disney Plus is literally everything that I wanted it to be.
Yeah, it is.
In only a couple of minor ways am I even kind of dissatisfied. But those things are so minor,
right,
that it really doesn't matter at all.
Yeah, there's so much stuff on there because there was one time where I was like, oh, they don't have like some, I can't even remember now because of all the stuff that they do have.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get semi-disappointed on what they don't have because you're just nitpicking at that point.
Well, and there are some things that they'll be there. And right now,
right,
chances are you already subscribe to a service that you can watch that thing on anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that as time goes, we're going to get more and more stuff. And one of the concerns, we were talking about it before because we were reading about it, is people concerned with like the layout. And
yeah, there's not like a continue watching, you know, like on Netflix, you have this whole, you know, ticker of what you can, you know, series that you've started that you need to watch the next episode of, or things that you know, haven't finished. And I'm sorry that Disney hasn't made it just that much easier to
like give it time
to make it a thing for you.
Right.
But I mean,
be patient, give it time. You know that they'll
good gravy.
Revamp stuff, do new layouts and stuff at some point.
You can add things to your watch list.
Yeah. So
I mean, come on.
No, that's silly. We were talking just a little while ago about my only, I'm going to say halfway concern, but it might be because of the products that I'm using. But every once in a while I'll get, you know, when I'm watching something, I was watching The Mandalorian, and it kind of freezes up. The audio keeps going, but it freezes up. Let us know if you guys are having that problem as well, because I just have to kind of either pause it or fast forward it a little bit, and it does that. But you said that
on
not had that
the
problem.
4 devices that I've used Disney Plus on have had no issues.
Right.
And that is my trusty MacBook here, my Apple TV, my iPhone, or my iPad.
Gotcha.
So I've had 0 playback issues, you know, audio sync issues, anything like that.
Right.
So, I mean, it could
Maybe
be.
it's me.
Well, listen, there are different versions of the software. Did you make sure to check for an update? Because I know I've already had one.
Yeah, I've already had
app
one,
update for my devices. You know, so those kind of things.
Listen, there's bugs in every piece of software that has ever been
written. And it's
written.
not enough to get mad about or anything like that, because I go, boop, I push one little button. And as we've joked around before, I'm really trying to go through this stage right now of, we grew up in a day and age where streaming wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
And, cell phones and, everything that was so instant, or like the internet, for instance. I was talking to somebody the other day and they're like, oh, the internet's just not fast enough. And so I'm trying to go through this self-realization of not getting too mad when I click on a button and it doesn't.
Listen, homie, the internet exists. Be grateful.
Yeah. Like, that's what just like trying to just maybe slow my roll a little bit and just go, maybe when I push the streaming thing, if it takes a couple extra seconds, or a minute or what, like, it's working. It's just working slow. We're in the day and age that we're in where it's,
or maybe, just maybe, a server gets overloaded and you can't access it at all for a short period of time.
Right. Everything's okay.
Read a book.
Yeah.
Go outside.
The world continues.
Go do something else for a very small period of time. If that's, like,
check back later.
Come on.
Yeah. So it's just one of those, like, just self-realization moments where, because we're so used to information and data being provided to us
Do I want every episode of The Mandalorian right now? Yes.
Right.
But it's okay that they're only giving me one episode a week.
Right. And it's like, and I know I talked about it last week, but I was called out on it. Not everything that I watch is binging and everything, but it is nice to have. It's something to look forward to, because I'm watching it with my kid, The Mandalorian, with my kids. It's something to look forward to for Friday.
Yeah.
Hey, the new episode's coming out. Okay, cool. And we kind of plan. It becomes more of an event. Hey, it's the new episode.
Again, like we used to do with regular TV when we were kids. We didn't have that choice.
Right. You wanted to watch that show? You
be home when it's on.
Yeah.
Or choose to go do something else and hear about it later.
Right. So it's just, it's nice we have those, shows that stream and watch a few episodes kind of back to back to back. But this one's just like, hey, it's the new episode. And it's over. And my kids are like, oh, like, even with this show.
Where's the next one?
I'm like, oh.
It'll be here next Friday.
But it's something that, guess what? We know what we're doing on Friday.
That thing.
We're doing that thing.
Yeah.
Or over the weekend at some point.
But yeah, I was out of town all weekend officiating a wedding for a good friend. Congratulations, Robert and Yvonne. Enjoy Jamaica. And so the new episode of The World According to Jeff Goldblum.
I know I haven't watched it yet. The first episode was amazing.
But I want to watch it with them.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the first one by myself to make sure it was appropriate, or to see if they would even enjoy it. So, and then we watched the first episode together. So I watched it twice.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, I'm going to wait so that we can watch that show together.
Right.
It's an okay thing.
It's an okay thing.
In this on-demand world, it's okay.
When I think
this is on-demand enough.
When I think it's crazy enough, because my wife and I were talking about it, we can literally turn on Disney Plus and not have to worry about anything that the kids watch.
True story.
They can put it on whatever they want to. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's going to be...
My son watched the Alex Honnold documentary, Free Solo.
Oh, I've been wanting to watch that, but...
The other day.
I'm more of a National Geographic kind of documentary person than the rest of my family is. We've joked around how I could sit there and watch the History Channel all day. Like I get into those things.
Absolutely.
So I've been wanting to watch that one, and I'd seen little things on it of, I don't remember what mountain it is, but it's like the biggest.
El Capitan.
Yeah.
Which is one of the largest rock formations in Yosemite National Park. And he climbs the whole thing with no ropes. Just his hands and his feet.
Yeah.
And he does it in a matter, in a pretty short period of time.
That's
nuts. And it's a climb that usually climbers will take 2
to sometimes 3 days to accomplish.
Right.
They will actually sleep in these little,
like the tents,
like hanging sleeping bag hammock things on the side of the rock.
Which I'm not going to be getting a good night's sleep, by the way.
No. And this guy did it in a matter of hours, you know? So he's a total human freak show in the best way possible.
Right. Well, and it looks like super cool. I watched the Star Wars one.
Okay. See, what I've begun is, because the final chapter is coming in 30 days.
Oh, of Star Wars.
Of Star Wars.
Okay.
I have embarked upon a chronological viewing of the Star Wars content.
Okay. Well played.
So, and like all of it, I found like a chart.
So you're going chronological. You're going 1 to 9.
I'm going 1 to 9.
Okay. But
also taking, the detours through some of the animated stuff that happened in other timelines.
Well played. Well, because I'm a nerd about that stuff. It was like when the kids were young and it was time for them to watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
I had a real issue with how, in what order do you show them the movie? Like, I had a real moment.
You had a real existential crisis about it. Do we start with chapter 1?
Do I start with 1?
Or do you start with A New Hope?
Just...
What did you do?
Start with A New Hope.
Okay.
Well, because otherwise, like, that big reveal isn't a big reveal if you know.
True.
Which I'm, like, avoiding spoilers right now.
Avoiding spoilers for 40-year-old movies.
I care that much. But Star Wars is having a...
Luke and Leia are sisters.
They're not sisters. I was like,
sister and brother. Siblings.
Yeah,
that's the word I was shooting for.
I was like, listen, depending on what little weird Star Wars rabbit hole you go down, that could be true. I don't know.
Luke is a little pansy sometimes.
That's what I'm saying.
Might as well be your sister.
It used to be a thing. It's just like drinking a game of every time he whined.
Oof.
You'd be messed up real quick.
That's not a game
you want to play.
That's not healthy for the old liver.
No. But yeah, Star Wars is having a big week.
Huge.
So not only has The Mandalorian come out, but segueing into kind of video games for a second.
Okay.
They just released a new Star Wars video game, and it is doing very well. So again, Star Wars is, I don't want to say making a comeback, but
I'm genuinely curious to see, because they're calling episode 9 the final chapter. So I'm genuinely curious of this particular story. So what I am curious is how they're going to, what the new content after this will be.
I'm just saying,
The Mandalorian's taking kind of place between episode 6 and episode 7.
Correct.
In that timeline,
it's after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
But they haven't said it, but they've said it and not said it.
They've implied events that have been discussed on the show imply the timeline in which it occurs.
Right. And they're doing some really cool stuff with that.
And they have brought us the most adorable creature that the galaxy has ever seen.
I know. Spoiler alert for people not watching this show, which you should. They brought in and we're going to delve into this one a little bit because we've been talking and there's some discussion
that Yoda's species has never been ever disclosed. However, for the sake of conversation, all references to this creature will be referred to as Baby Yoda.
Yes, it is of the same species, but it takes far more time to say Yoda's species than just
Baby Yoda.
Baby Yoda. And it is, kind of a little what the whole show is going to be about. You really didn't know other than it was a bounty hunter Mandalorian, but in the first episode, he is sent to find a 50-year-old target.
Yeah, he's sent
that he's to capture alive or kill if
it's necessary, but they'd really rather it was brought in alive.
Yeah, and then at the end of the episode, it is revealed in this tiny little circular Pokemon ball.
Yeah, it's like some sort of combination between a flying Pokeball and a bassinet.
Yeah, and it is opened up to show a infant baby Yoda
Creature.
species. Yes.
Yeah.
It is a baby Yoda. And it is the most adorable thing
in the galaxy.
Yeah, because they've set it up since Baby Groot.
Yeah.
Used to be Baby Groot.
Not no more.
No. Baby Yoda's got the belt.
Mm-hmm.
And just gets more adorable in the second episode as he's kind of walking around and talking baby talk.
Yeah, kind of just, I mean, but Baby Yoda, because
right,
this species takes so much longer to age.
Right.
I mean, they haven't implied, I suppose. I shouldn't assume Baby Yoda's gender here, but it's 50 years old.
Right.
But is about 1 year old, if that.
Something. Yeah. So because I was talking with my son about it, like when Yoda dies, he's 900 years old.
Yeah, he's old.
Like, so, infant, break down the math, however, because Baby Yoda hasn't spoke or anything. It's kind of baby-like gibberish, the little things, but freaking adorable, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be selling those toys.
Oh.
Those toys are going to be
First of all, Disney does nothing without a strategy.
Yeah.
So, obviously, that is... You want my recommendation? Find this toy at your local store and buy a few of them.
Oh, yeah.
Because
it's going to be huge.
Baby Yoda is the toy for 2019.
Yeah, it's going to be
It's the Furby.
It's the tickle me elbow.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm calling, because it's going to be, they're going to start releasing toys here very soon, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm sure.
And jump on the bandwagon here, but yeah, it's super cute. It's going to be little interactive toys and all sorts of stuff. I was joking around with you earlier because over the weekend I did post a picture on social media that the joke could have not landed at all, but I do have a Boba Fett Mandalorian helmet.
But Boba Fett is not a Mandalorian necessarily.
In what canon are you
referring to? Boba Fett is a clone, correct?
Oh,
and the creature that the person that he was cloned from stole his armor.
Wow. Okay.
And was not really a Mandalorian. He just looked like one.
Well, so did they all. No, I know what you mean though, but then it was
this. He was an imposter. Therefore, Boba Fett is not truly a Mandalorian.
But it was Mandalorian.
He's a clone of an imposter wearing Mandalorian armor.
Okay, I'm tracking what you're putting down, because it was always one of those.
You didn't see that coming.
Oh, it's good
from the casual fan.
The casual fan.
It's like one of like 3 things that I know.
You're like, done.
I'm like, wait. I know this piece of trivia.
What you're, Well, it's kind of like when we were at coffee the other morning, and somebody who's also a fan, Adam, who's a fan, asked me something about Star Wars, and I started dropping that knowledge, and I was like, oh, I just got to close that door again. It's like no one else cares about this as much as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the show is awesome though.
Yes, but this podcast isn't only about the Mandalorian.
No, it is not.
Because there's just great stuff all the way through this, and man,
I've gone through many of times watching some documentaries. They have a lot of cool shorts.
Tons, like all the good ones that you see before Pixar movies are on here.
They're all there, and they've added a new Toy Story one.
Basically, all the Blu-ray extras, are here.
Yeah,
and I think that's just amazing. There's some really awesome documentaries across all of the platforms. Whether it be Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, Pixar. There's tons of really cool mini documentaries all throughout.
Yeah, and there's the old classic Mickey Mouse cartoons.
Yeah.
We've been enjoying watching those ones.
Yeah, Disney through the decades.
Yeah, they've been doing all the old movies.
It's just I'm so happy that this service is finally available, and that, in at least my opinion, it lives up to the hype.
Oh yeah. So far, and it's just coming with time that, and you and I have discussed, is some of these movies aren't even available yet. It'll be like not available till December 2020. So it's like a year from now you can watch well,
Doctor and
Strange,
of course they're going to keep pumping out content.
Right. It's just going to keep coming out, and
we have a whole slew of new Marvel content.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to worry about a licensing agreement expiring because Disney is the licensor.
Right.
You're not going to see any more new Disney content ever show up on Netflix.
Yeah, and they've said that once it's there,
it's there.
It's there. It's not like Netflix where it goes away.
Well, because Netflix is just an aggregator.
Right.
So they pay money to Disney. They say, Disney, we would like your stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
Done.
You have it for this long.
Until, you pay us this X amount of doll hairs and we give it to you for X amount of time.
Right.
So once it's here, it's here. And no longer, see, this is, although I own the movie The Nightmare Before Christmas on Blu-ray.
Right.
Usually it would, if I wanted to stream it for any reason,
right,
I would have to wait until October.
Oh, right, because it's not going to be out
because it's not
long. Yeah.
It's not available on Netflix. It's a seasonal release.
Right. Now it's just there.
Now it's just there.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's just
I can get that fix anytime I feel like it.
Well, it's just so like kind of mind-numbingly weird to be able to just go, oh, hey, there's Jungle Book. Hey, there's Sword in the Stone. Hey, there, and go through. And then some of the movies that I enjoyed as a kid, kind of watching.
Yeah.
Being like the Rocketeers on there.
Well, and I got to introduce my younger kids to shows like Tailspin.
Right. Chippendales Rescue Rangers.
Like
DuckTales, the two different versions of DuckTales.
Yeah. So it's a healthy dose of both nostalgia for
bringing back Gargoyles
for us and new stuff for the new generation.
Right.
And again, you couple that with especially some of the National Geographic content.
Oh, it's so
like I said,
cool.
Jeff Goldblum.
That's a genius idea.
I haven't had a chance to dive into it yet, but I've heard some really great things about Gordon Ramsay Uncharted.
I saw that one.
So I'm excited to check some of that out. And I know we mentioned this last week, but you can also download everything.
Oh, whatever.
Everything that is on the site
is
available to download to your mobile device, so you can watch it where you don't have internet service.
Right.
So,
which is just nuts.
If you're going to take a trip on an airplane, or if you've got a tablet or something that you want to give to your kids while you're on a road trip, you can download a ton of great stuff and then not need an internet connection for that.
Right.
And I was even having a conversation with someone who is an avid DVD or Blu-ray disc buyer, which is a practice that I gave up years ago.
Okay.
I will occasionally still buy digital copies.
Okay.
But the act of owning the disc to me is...
Yeah, but I'm still...
I was only buying the discs to get the digital codes.
Right.
And...
download it anyways.
And so the only time I ever buy the discs anymore is if... it's got to be a real special occasion.
Maybe like the Avengers or something like that.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Wow. All right. It's a bold move, Cotton.
I've got the entire MCU available in my digital library,
which is super awesome. And
well, now especially.
Yeah, no.
But that's the thing. Now with this download, so that was the conversation. They go, is it really worth it? I already have all these movies. Great.
Yeah.
How many more Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars movies will you buy in 2020? Because if it's 3,
it makes it worth it. Yeah.
You've spent too much.
Right.
on physical
And that's a
copies
good way of
because of the
putting it.
cost of because those go for about $25 to get the combo pack that's got the Blu-ray
Right.
and the digital download, and usually a DVD copy, which I guess some people still have regular DVD players.
Right.
But so that's like $25. So if
No,
you
it's a
buy
good
3
point.
of them, that's $75.
Right.
And Disney Plus is $70 for a whole year.
Right.
And you're going to get those
Right.
anyway.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time. You can be patient, kind of like what I
Yeah.
said. You can wait a little while and before it comes out for free.
And it's going to be available to you.
Right.
And because you can download it on up to 10 devices per account.
Yeah.
Which is incredible.
It's just
that's an incredibly generous number of devices.
Right.
For Disney to
it's
offer.
Way over, I think, any other.
Yeah. Netflix allows you 4.
4.
Hulu just started allowing downloads, and I honestly don't know
it makes
the
me
device limits because I know I can only watch on up to 2 devices on my Hulu membership.
Okay. I was like, maybe it was 10 because you see the similarities and they've partnered up kind of. It's like the makers of Hulu platform.
Well, Disney owns
Disney
Hulu.
Plus. Right. So it's just, you see a lot of similarities there for obvious reasons. So maybe they're 10 as well. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I've never tried.
And then I haven't had a chance to get super into ESPN Plus, like any of the research. I'm not huge. I'm not a huge sports fan.
I'm.
However,
not, but so
that
I
bundle
didn't do
exists.
That. Yeah, it does.
And there's live sports. There's all kinds of different events and shows and things of that nature. And for $13 a month, I can see why Netflix's stock dropped.
Yeah. It's nuts. Well, I sent you a thing the other day that on day 1, even with all the issues and everything with Disney Plus,
it
was over 10 million subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
It's now in first place. Congratulations.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
And it's, again, aside from the minor issues, I really do wish that they wouldn't let you search for content that they wouldn't bring up content in your searches that isn't available. If I've got one gripe, because I could not care less about the keep watching feature that's missing.
Right.
Could not care less about that.
No, I got you.
But if I have one gripe,
then it's
that if I search Thor Ragnarok, it still brings up Thor Ragnarok.
Right.
And will let me play the trailer.
Right.
So, again,
I get you.
Super first world problem.
Yeah, and then it's like, as much as it comes up as a problem, you're quickly over it.
That's all right. I'll watch something else.
Right. But that's going to be
honestly,
available.
I don't know that I've
year.
watched anything on Netflix in the last week.
My wife put it on Netflix yesterday. Like, it was like, okay, cool. We just couldn't find anything that we agreed on.
Well, I've watched something on Hulu, Disney Plus,
right,
and Amazon Prime in the last week. But because
it was just as quickly as we were on, we were right back off.
Yeah.
And back on Disney Plus.
Amid the kerfuffle that was the new shiny new toy that is Disney Plus.
Right.
Jack Ryan season 2 came out, and that's not to be ignored.
No, I was done with that in like a weekend.
So
that's an amazing show.
It's killer.
And real quick, I saw another move over, in the last week, last couple days, which was Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I want to check that one out.
Good for kids. Like, really good message and stuff like that.
Are we going back to the movies next week?
Yeah, I think we have on the list 21 Bridges, which is getting some mixed.
Yeah, we'll see.
Some mixed
maybe
review.
we'll do 21 Bridges, and maybe we'll do Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah, either way.
We'll figure it out.
It's Ford versus Ferrari.
It's supposed to be amazing, and it might be better.
I'm not a huge fan of Matt Damon, but I'm willing to go.
Really? I mean, even Matt Damon hates Matt Damon.
He's like, God, I hate myself.
Yeah, and you should.
But yeah, it'll be. Yeah, and then we got The Irishman after that.
Yeah, so
it'll be good.
1 week back to the movies, and then I will watch a show on Netflix.
Yeah, I know, right? be the reason to turn it back on.
Yeah.
So,
all right.
Well, cool.
That's going to do it for us today. Again, thank you guys so much to all of our listeners around the world.
Around the world. That is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah.
We appreciate you more than you know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Keep liking, sharing, commenting, all that good stuff.
Yep. And until next time, he's Tucker.
He's Beard.
And we are